Rachel Zegler. Do you want to go first with this, or should I?
No, sure. Yeah. Rachel Zegler was, she's the star of West Side Story. West Side Story was, a huge hit with critics, not necessarily at the box office, but she is Maria. There's an entire song about her, Maria. So, I mean, she is such a key part of West Side Story. Steven Spielberg is an icon. Everything he does is going to be celebrated. It's up for several Oscar nominations, but she was excluded from the, guest list. They said she was iced out, and she really didn't understand why. I sort of wonder. I have two theories. I sort of wonder if it's because she did that Britney monologue on Twitter. Do you remember that? When she took one of Britney Spears' captions and dramatically read it on Twitter and was destroyed by people. They were like, mental illness is not funny. You should not be making, this is.
I'm going to hold my hands up. And I was living for that video every single second.
I wondered if it was that. And then I also heard a rumor that the Oscars were just so desperate to keep it A-list, 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 so that they could be like, look, the glitz, the glamour. They wanted everybody on the TV screen to be recognizable, which would also make sense for them, putting half of the ceremony off camera, the first, hour being, the hair and makeup people and some of the behind the scenes people. But she spoke about it on Instagram when a fan asked what she was going to be wearing to the ceremony. She said that she was not invited and she'd tried to be, but she was excluded. And there was so much uproar over it that the Oscars have given her a presenting role. So she will be there in the form of a presenter. She's going to be on stage. I'm sure everybody's going to lose their mind in the audience. Like, yeah, girl, I'll get yours. So yeah, she got her way at the end, but ultimately they made a huge mistake and she should have been there to begin with.
Yeah, I mean, the Academy is full of making mistakes, but also at the same time, you can sort of, I mean, on one hand, it's kind of, yeah, so when you have someone like DJ Khaled there, but you're not going to have Rachel Zegler there, who
Tony Hawk.
Exactly. So you're not going to have one of the main stars of one of the main nominated films. It's kind of a bit like, well, okay. But then at the same time, you've got to look at it being like, okay, so all the studios only have a limited number of seats, right? They have an allocation. And Rachel Zegler was, unfortunately, whether you agree or disagree, was not one of the nominees for Best Actress this year. So on one hand, you can see that, and this is not me condoning it, this is me kind of just as a reporter seeing the other side of it. You can see kind of where Disney was coming from. However, I personally disagree with the decision. Absolutely, she should be there. She should be able to support her castmates, support her director as well, who's been nominated for his directing in it. And if the film was to win, which, I mean, I don't think it will, but there is a tiny chance that it were. And if it were to win, and she being the main star was not on that stage, I think would be
bad.
So bad.
Yeah, no. So they made the right decision in the end. And I would love to know if somebody got in trouble behind the scenes. I'm so curious, because this obviously was a mistake and is bad press for the Oscars, because they're desperate for this younger demo. And this is a girl that has millions of followers online. She's young, she's beautiful, she's up and coming. She's in the new Snow White. There's so much more opportunity for her. So to shun her so soon in her career seems like a really nasty misstep.
Well, listen, I think when we look at her future career, you mentioned Snow White there. She's an actress who made such a good impression for her performance in West Side Story. And I think the fact that even if she wasn't at the Oscars, the fact that there was such a public outcry on her behalf shows just how popular she is with audiences, just how much her performance as Maria has captivated audiences. And I think she's going to be one to watch going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, I think so too. And I don't think she'll ever be left off a list again.
I think so too. Right.